Type of future husband? Damn, bro, my mom. Hello. I just finished eating sandwich. What? I ate a egg taco. Pretty good. If you're wondering what these are, I had like whiteheads, I think they're called, like on my forehead. Like you couldn't see it on the videos, but if you like rub your finger on them, it's like these little bumps, and it just it just disgusted me every time. And I just procrastinated, I guess, going to the facial and having them taken out. And so now it's all like wounds up here, but you know, it's part of the process. You can just think of them as freckles. Yeah, she needled the F out of me. Like there was like, it was so hard to get out. She had to use a needle. Like, oh my god. Anyways, let's get into the questions. Thank you guys so much for actually replying. Imagine if no one replied and like, damn. I guess let's get to the first questions. I'm gonna try like my best to really read all of it, cause like, yeah, alhamdulillah, there's a lot, guys. Let's see. This is fun. Type of future husband? Damn, bro. My mom. Funny. Likes to talk about stuff that most people don't find interesting and like deep stuff. Open-minded. A big one. Very open-minded. Yeah. If you're out there, you know where you can find me. Any tips for making prayer a habit? My biggest issue is wudu. I guess for me, I really came from a place where it actually now gives me a sense of peace. Even for just like 5 minutes, it calms me down. It gets me away from all my phones and all technology and like just like stay still. I guess not still because you're moving. And I think having that mindset shift makes it easier to make prayer a habit. But you're not gonna get it right away, because I definitely, like when I was younger growing up, it was always like a hassle for me. Like, oh shit, I have to pray. Yeah, I have to pray. But I think as you grow up, as a Muslim, you also learn more about Islam. You be more connected to Islam. Even though let's say you're born Muslim, your biggest issue is wudu. Is water cold or is it hot or wudu? Think of it like this, right? There's a hadith that says, let's say your face, right? Every drip of water that drips down is a sin forgiven. And let's say you were looking at male or female in a lustful way. So I guess I'm sorry if that didn't work. What inspired you to do Islamic videos? I guess like I share about my thoughts, right? Recently, my thoughts have been like mostly about Islam, and because I've been learning more about it and I've just find it beautiful, and so that kind of inspired me to make Islamic videos. What do you think about dating? See, there is like, I don't wanna damn, why did I read this question? So you know, there's like the really strict Islam, right? And there's like no dating whatsoever. I don't know, it was back in the days, and that's supposed to be the way it is, but I guess as humans evolve, like the desires get bigger, it gets more tempting, and so people are just tempted to go dating. And I'm not saying that it's I don't want to judge anyone, by the way. I personally think if you have boundaries, like if you really have boundaries, then it is permissible. But then again, don't take my advice like that, okay? Like this is what I think. As long as you have boundaries, you know how to stop your lust and desires and just keep a distance and really aim for marriage. Like just don't date just to date, you know? I feel like date to marry, actually. Yeah. And don't wait too long to marry, because the temptation gets bigger, I feel like, if you date longer, you know? How old are you? I am 20 years old, turning 21 in 2 days. How are you and your family in Indonesian and living in Netherlands? How am I Indonesian and living in the Netherlands? I moved. How's the prayer times like there? It changes a lot. It changes often. Like not right now in the summertime, Maghrib prayer is around 9-ish, like 9 p.m. obviously. And like in the winter, it's around 5-ish. It can get down to 5, I think, the max. So yeah. What course are you taking currently? I'm taking smart media production. That is basically learning how to work with AI. It's all about AI. It's a 3-year-old program, so it's actually really new. Do you support Barca? Is it Barca or Barca? I support whatever, bro. Barca, I guess. If my intention is to lead you and your family to Jannah, would you consider? I'm dead. I'm dead. You're funny. I would consider every man that's his intention is to lead me to Jannah and my family. What inspired you to start creating? Well, I guess in the beginning, I saw this like old pictures or just like pictures of like memories. And I just kind of always wished that it would be videos because, you know, it would be more fun to see them move, to see them actually move. Or like even photos. I liked photos, like there's like film photos, let's say, but like let's say it was film photos, but it moved, right? So that also inspired my color grading as well, as kind of filmic style. Yeah, I just like that too. And sharing my thoughts is also like, I couldn't do that with anyone. And so as ironic as it sounds, like I like to just share my thoughts on the internet because I couldn't do it with anyone else. And so like Instagram, like I guess my creativity became like a safe space, even though it's online. What gives you clarity when things get chaotic? What gives me clarity, bro? Wow, these are hard questions. I just stick through it. Like I just understand that things can get chaotic sometimes. I tell myself that it's okay to feel like that, and I tell myself that it's gonna pass, you know, and keep trying every day, I guess, to do your best. If you don't do your best that day, it's okay. The most important thing is you don't say harmful things to yourself or have harmful thoughts to yourself that today wasn't very productive, and then you like keep repeating the same thoughts, and then that eventually really gets you into a low mood, you know, like a sad mood. So I just try to think like it's okay to have bad days sometimes, and it's gonna get better, inshallah. What's something you wish more people noticed about you? What is something? I really don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that question if I do know the answer. When was the last time you truly felt proud of yourself? A couple days ago, actually, because I confronted a problem that I've been procrastinated on for a couple months, and I'm proud of myself, you know, for telling that person how I feel. What made you so devoted to learning about religion? I guess like 2 years ago, let's say, I wasn't this religious, let's say. Although I'm not still like that religious, I just love learning about it. What made me want to learn more is because I used to get into a lot of conversations with specific people that want to know more about Islam, let's say, or just have questions about Islam, and I could not answer it. And I felt so like, I felt bad because like damn, well, how do I not know my own religion? And so it's not like I want to prove something, but I want to know my religion too, obviously. Was you always Muslim? If not, what was that journey like for you? I was always Muslim, alhamdulillah. What is the one thing you fear the most? One thing I fear the most? Like being alone. Although I love solitude, like I love being alone. I don't really depend on anyone. Like when I want to go have lunch somewhere, I don't depend on someone to come with me. I just like to go alone, or to the movies. Yeah, I'm just scared that I'm unable to connect on a deep level with a friend, let's say, or with someone. Is that my biggest fear though? I don't know. I guess that's what I can think of right now. How do you motivate yourself to keep creating, and how do you deal with being stuck creatively? This is Kika. Thank you for the question. How do I motivate myself? It's really simple. I feel like I really love what I do, and so maybe not motivated every day, but it's just easier to create when you love what you create, when it's truly like you love what you do. I think it's easier, and it's the same thing. How do you deal with being stuck creatively? I think you also really need to take a break if you get stuck creatively. Although this everyday challenge is like I can't take a break, but I can though. I can just like honestly post pictures, and that'll be a post. But I don't know, I refuse, because I think I can still upload some good content. But I think taking a break is really, really essential. Do activities. I feel like I got into bouldering. I want to do it more often, and that just what would I say? I guess that I love breakfast. What's your extreme favorite? Mine is hot rice with sambal tempe tahu. But you eat sambal in the morning. Sambal is spicy, what's it called? Spice. Huh? Spicy sauce? My breakfast, I guess like 3 scrambled eggs. And then with the side of anything like chicken or tuna or bread, you know? What attracts you the most about other people? Platonic. Platonic is like friendship, right? I think if the other person is curious about me, I mean, I guess everyone likes someone who's curious about them. Like, let me think of another one. When that someone is open-minded, honestly, again, is emotionally intelligent, and so they're not, you know, like this firm person who acts like good all the time, but you know, they also show their sad times, I guess. Like, just people who can be real. You know, I feel like I can sense that. And people who are kind. This is very basic answers, but yeah, I hope that answers it. I'm sorry. What are you doing in Amsterdam? I live here. Are you Indonesian? Yes, sir. Are you going to convert? I have converted. Oh no, I am Muslim already. Have you always been drawn to your religion, or was there a turning point in your life? There's definitely a turning point in my life. It was not last Ramadan, 2 Ramadans ago, so last year, and I just had this feeling, bro, of like damn, I gotta put on the hijab one day, you know? And that's a whole different topic. But I was just like, I got this, I don't know, pull, I guess, during the Ramadan. Yeah, that's when that like turning point for me became. And also during the Ramadan, I spoke with a friend at the masjid, at the mosque, like about dating as well. And her opinion of it actually like struck me. I was like, damn, that's actually like the way to go. And it's just like, I don't know, her perspective really impacted me. And so that kind of like made me want to be more close with my religion, with God. What camera do you use for filming? I love your content. Thank you so much. I use Sony ZV-E1. You can find it in the link description below. In the description, in the description below. I link all my like the gear I use over there. So check it out. How do you deal with the questions of why are you not wearing hijab? I am like, ever since I was small, I was like really a non-caring person. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it did affect me. But right now though, I'm just, there's a lot of haram police over there, you know? And you just gotta think of them as like, they're nobodies. They're like, it's just noise. And it's just, I get it. Some people are, you know, trying to advise me, but some people are also just straight up hating and straight up like, you know, just put on the hijab. I just laugh at those, honestly. I just laugh, you know, because I know my reasons, and, you know, inshallah, I'll wear the hijab. I'm also like, if you're a Muslim and you're actually attacking another Muslim for them not wearing a hijab, you're already sinning. Like, that is already haram. You're judging people, and yeah, I'm just like, who are you to judge? So that's how I deal with it. Why do you find peace in making cinematic videos with life lessons? I love them, by the way. Thank you. I generally just love to share people what I learn in hopes that other people can learn from me. I love movies and I love cinematic frame shots. I just wanted to document my life in a more meaningful way and not just with a phone, because I feel like with the camera you're more intentional of where you place the camera, this and that. With the phone, it gets lost in the whole like 5,000 photos you have in your phone. So what's one thing you tell past Nabila? Lisa, thank you for the question. One thing I'll tell, what would I tell? Not to overthink, not to worry, not to make up problems in your head, and not to worry too much. I worry a lot in a way where, like, with people, like, I worry if they is genuine with me or not. And sometimes when someone is really genuine, I get scared. I'm like, nah. There's no way this person is genuine. And so I just make problems in my head, and I kind of convince myself that they have bad influence over me, and that's just not good. It's just like my thoughts are never right. I read this in the book. In the book, The Mountain Is You. Your intrusive thoughts are never right, but your intuitive thoughts are right. And like, intuitive is like your gut feeling. Intrusive thoughts, the one that makes you panic or like makes you stress, those are never right, because gut feeling, intuitive thoughts, gut feeling is one that is always like the calm one. You know in your intuition that it's the right one, but it doesn't make you panic, but intrusive thoughts makes you panic. So yeah, I'd tell her to not overthink and trust in Allah's plan. Do you like glazed or chocolate donut? I don't eat donuts that much. I feel like I like glazed though. Nah, actually they're so sweet. I like chocolate donuts. Out of all your videos, which one is your personal favorite? Ooh, this is an interesting one. Yeah, a video that comes to mind is like a video where it was just a hangout with me and a friend. I was not even in the video that much, but it's just like, just a cute little hangout. I'll put it up. Yeah, you see, I'm not even in the video that much. Like, in the past, I never really hang out with anyone because I was just always so scared of, let's say, a 2-person hangout. Because what if, like, I don't come up with conversation or, like, topics to talk about? It's gonna get so awkward. So I would always say no to people who asked me to hang out. I would go hang out with a group, though. The group is fine. Or with a trio, like, you know, it's fine. But with only 2 people, like me and you, like, nah. No way. And so it was, like, a new friend I made at school. And it was not someone I met like years ago, like from mosque, or it was just a completely new person right from school. I feel like we clicked really quick and not on some like surface level stuff. I think I can get along with people, but like only on surface level, but usually not on like deep level stuff. It's really just a really fun day. It was just like after school and it's like, let's go get some coffee, or what was it? Yeah, let's go somewhere. It's just like I never have those when I was in high school. And so I don't know. Also, another personal favorite actually was another hangout. Yeah, I guess I never really have these like only like 2-person hangouts. That's why it's like kind of my favorite. I'll put it on screen.
When you were young, like something I wanted to feel. If you've been waiting for falling in love, baby, you don't have to wait on me. 'Cause I've been aiming forever to love, but an angel ain't what I need. Not anyone, you're the one, more than fun, you're the sanctuary.
That's another personal favorite. It was actually a video that I made with my phone. I didn't have a camera yet. Again, it was just a hangout with a friend and we went to catch the sunset, and it was just, you know, it didn't feel surface level, and that's what I love. Like when you can feel, yeah, that's just what I love about I guess, because like when we were catching the sunset, we just talking, you know, and just I don't know, I love that. These two people also like I didn't feel an inch of judgment when I was like recording them, because I really love when I can record things I love or things that I care about. Sometimes people don't like that. I understand, but like these two people just didn't care, and that really, it means a lot to me. Actually, it really means a lot. Those are my 2 personal favorites. God damn, that's a long question. Or a long answer. I feel like this video is gonna be super long. How do you stay true to your content and be consistent about what you talk about? My main theme, I guess, is just learning about life, and or just sharing life lessons. And you learn about life every single day if you try to. You know, if you really find the lessons every single day, you can find stuff that you can learn about. So that's basically it. Childhood dream. Become a YouTuber. Still kind of a dream, actually. Why are you doing what you're doing? I find these interesting things about life and about religion like beautiful, and it makes me feel some type of way, and I want to share that. That's the most basic answer. Like I just want to share in hopes that people also feel this, like you know, find it beautiful, or I don't know, impact it in a small way maybe. 10-year goal. Goddamn, 10-year goal. Have kids, inshallah. Have a business that can retire my parents. Have meaningful relationships. Yeah. That's my 10-year goal. How is it living in Amsterdam? It's nice, honestly. I've lived in Saudi Arabia before and Indonesia for a short period. I love it here the most. I guess I can't really say that, because in Saudi Arabia I lived it, like the ages where I lived there was like just toddler, and now here it's like really from teenage to adult. So it's different, honestly. I don't know if I have a personal favorite. I guess here, because here I can do the most stuff. I'm like adulting here. Well, yeah, in Amsterdam it's nice. It's nice. I love the cold. I'm not a summer person. Like I really love the winter. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I moved to my room because my mom wanted to eat there. I feel like I was being loud. Hoe heet je echt? Okay, this is a friend that asked. Okay. What camera and software do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve to edit. Camera, Sony ZV-1. There's a link in my description that tells all the gear I use, so check that out. I follow Islam like my parents, but I often question it, and sometimes I feel like an atheist. What do you question about Islam? I guess what you can do is research, honestly. That's really the only answer, I feel like. It's research a lot of stuff. Can you actually force ourselves to do ibadah because of certain things? Because of certain things? Because of what? I think what you're asking is like, let's say praying, even though you don't feel like praying 5 times a day, you still have to do it. Like you still force yourself to do it. You can. I don't know. There's like different opinions on this, because I also saw a video where the most meaningful, let's say, prayer to Allah is when you actually don't feel like it, but you still push yourself to do it. That makes it the most meaningful. And there's also other people who says like, why do you do something when you don't even know your reason? Then it's like, I don't know, bro. You gotta know it for yourself. You gotta know, I'm really not the person to answer these questions, honestly. I guess when I was a kid, I also didn't feel like praying. I still did, because, I don't know, because, you know, you learn from your parents and you just do it every day until it becomes a habit. And then eventually it's gonna become weird if you don't do it. You know what I mean? I really hope that answered the question. I'm sorry if that didn't. How can someone stay close to Allah while experiencing same-sex attraction? Can we control it? So like you're a woman, you're attracted to another woman, like, right? I guess it really is like, if you don't act upon it, then you're good. Because it's like, there's a reason Allah made you this way, right? Feel this way, let's say. And it's a test, honestly. Everything is a test. And so you can definitely control it. But I get it if it's hard, you know? A test is a test. It's supposed to be hard. But I think if you try not to act upon it, you can stay close to Allah and just make tawbah every day. And just ask Him to guide you in every step of every day. How do you stay connected to faith in a world that constantly distracts you from it? I put it at the center of my life, honestly. I try to really think about the time, like the prayer times. Like, oh, wait, when do I have to pray? Okay, I have to pray then, and then. It's like, I just, it wasn't always like that, honestly. But I think prayer really grounds me. It really just keeps me coming back and just reminds me that Islam, your faith, Islam is like, don't forget about it, you know? And prayer helps with that. Prayer brings you back, I feel like. How do you deal with moments of doubts in your faith or in yourself? I've had a couple moments where it's just like, damn, this specific thing, like something bad really happens, and I'm like, damn, is this really your plan, God? It's like, Allah, is this really your plan? And how do I deal with it, bro? Again, praying. I feel like that's the most, like, the answers to everything. I don't know. I pray, I make dua, I really talk to God, and I just cry in my sujood. And totally forgot to go back to that question. What was it? What's something you wish more people notice about you? I thought about the answer. I'm not as strong as people think I am, and sometimes I do need people to lean on. I think people have the impression of me that I carry it well because I'm a pretty positive and happy person, right? I'm really like, you know, it's all good, it's gonna be okay, it'll pass. And you know, I laugh a lot because I genuinely like to laugh. But you know how the saying goes, it's like, if someone can carry it well doesn't mean it's heavy. Sums it up basically. But yeah, back to the end. Okay, I feel like, sorry if I didn't get to your question, I'm so sorry. But I think this is a long enough video to talk about me, talk about myself. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, it's okay. Don't let me know. No, I'm kidding. If you actually made it this far, like if you actually watched throughout the whole thing, you're a real one. Like, you're a real G. Like, damn, I appreciate you. Like, this much, you know, maybe even higher. Yeah, I guess thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.